Welcome to the Nude Truth, where I bring you unfiltered and unbiased perspectives on the most important issues facing our world today. I thought I'd take it easy today and just do a fluff piece. In this video, I'll be exploring the advantages of globalization, global integration, and democratizing the world. Globalization refers to the increased interconnectedness of economies, cultures, and societies around the world. It's driven by advances in technology, transportation, and communication, which have made it easier and more efficient to move goods, ideas, and people across borders. Global integration, on the other hand, refers to the process of creating a more integrated global economy, where goods, services, and capital move freely across borders. This is facilitated by the removal of trade barriers and the creation of international organizations and agreements that promote global cooperation. Finally, democratization of the world refers to the process of increasing political and social participation, representation, and accountability in societies around the world. It's about expanding individual rights and freedoms, promoting democratic values in institutions, and empowering the people to have a greater say in how their societies are governed. While each of these processes has its challenges and drawbacks, they also offer numerous advantages for societies around the world. By increasing global trade and cooperation, we can create a more prosperous and equitable society. By expanding political participation and representation, we can create more stable and effective governance structures. And by promoting individual rights and freedoms, we can create more vibrant and innovative societies. So join me now as I explore the advantages of globalization, global integration, and the democratizing of the world. I hope that this video will provide you with a deeper understanding of these important issues and inspire you to engage in the ongoing debate about how to build a better future for all. Globalization is the process of increasing interconnectedness and interdependence among people, businesses, and countries around the world. It's driven by advances in technology, transportation, and communication, which have made it easier and faster to move goods, capital, and information across borders. Globalization has many dimensions, including economic, political, cultural, and social. At its core, however, globalization is about the free movement of goods, services, capital, and people across national borders. This free movement is facilitated by policies such as free trade agreements, open borders, and the free flow of capital. Economically, globalization has led to the growth of global markets, the rise of multinational corporations, and the integration of national economies. This has led to increased competition and efficiency, but has also created winners and losers, with some people and regions benefiting more than others. Politically, globalization has challenged the traditional authority and sovereignty of nation-states, creating new forms of governance and regulation at the global level. This has led to both opportunities and challenges as countries struggle to balance their national interests with their obligations and responsibilities as a member of the global community. Culturally, globalization has led to the spread of ideas, values, and beliefs across borders, creating a more interconnected and diverse world. This has led to the exchange of new and innovative ideas, but has also led to concerns about cultural homogenization and the erosion of local traditions and identities. Socially, globalization has led to the increased migration and mixing of different cultures, creating new challenges and opportunities for social cohesion and integration. This has led to both positive and negative outcomes, with some societies embracing diversity and others struggling to adjust to new cultural realities. In summary, globalization is a complex and multifaceted process that has transformed the world in many ways. While it has brought about numerous advantages, it has also presented significant challenges and risks, particularly for those who have been left behind by the global economic system. It's important to understand the various dimensions of globalization and to work towards creating a more inclusive and equitable global system that benefits everyone. One of the benefits of globalization is increased access to unfiltered, unbiased information. In today's society, where information can be manipulated or biased, it is important to have a platform that provides honest and factual information. Globalization has led to an increase in access to information, as the rise of the internet and social media have made it easier for people to access information from around the world. For example, people in a rural area of a developing country can access the same information as people in a developed country. This has led to a better informed public and increased transparency in government and business. Furthermore, globalization has facilitated the spread of knowledge and ideas, leading to innovation in science, medicine, and technology. Increased economic growth is one of the biggest advantages of globalization. By opening up markets and promoting trade, globalization has led to an increase in the flow of goods, services, and capital across national borders. This has helped to spur economic growth and development in many countries, particularly in emerging markets. Globalization has led to increased efficiency and productivity by promoting specialization and competition. By allowing countries to specialize in the production of goods and services in which they have a comparative advantage, globalization has made it possible to produce goods more efficiently and at a lower cost. This has helped to increase productivity and promote economic growth. Globalization has facilitated access to new markets and technologies, creating new opportunities for businesses and consumers. By allowing companies to expand their markets beyond their national borders, globalization has created new opportunities for growth and innovation. This has helped to drive technological progress and create new products and services. Globalization has created new job opportunities, particularly in emerging markets. By increasing economic growth and facilitating the flow of goods and services across borders, globalization has created new opportunities for employment and entrepreneurship. This has helped to reduce poverty and improve living standards in many parts of the world. Globalization has led to increased cultural exchange and diversity, creating new opportunities for people to learn about different cultures and perspectives. This has helped to promote understanding and tolerance and has created new opportunities for artistic and intellectual expression. Globalization has facilitated political cooperation and stability by promoting economic interdependence and reducing the risk of conflict. By promoting economic integration and cooperation, globalization has helped to reduce the risk of political instability and conflict, particularly among countries that are economically interdependent. In summary, globalization has numerous advantages that have contributed to economic growth, innovation, and cultural exchange. While globalization has also presented challenges and risks, it's important to recognize the benefits that it's brought and work towards creating a more inclusive and equitable global system that benefits everyone. However, globalization also presents challenges. The increased competition resulting from globalization can lead to job losses and income inequality. For example, the outsourcing of manufacturing jobs to developing countries has led to a decline in manufacturing jobs in developed countries. Additionally, globalization has led to the exploitation of workers in developing countries where labor laws and environmental regulations are weaker. It's important to ensure that globalization benefits everyone, not just the wealthy and powerful. Globalization has led to increased economic inequality, both within and between countries. While some countries and individuals have benefited greatly from globalization, others have been left behind. This has led to growing disparities in income and wealth and has created social and political tensions in many countries. Globalization has contributed to environmental degradation, particularly through increased consumption and production of goods and services. The growth of global trade has led to increased emissions of greenhouse gases, deforestation, and other environmental problems. This has created significant challenges for sustainable development and climate change mitigation. Globalization has also led to cultural homogenization, with the spread of Western cultural values and products around the world. This has led to concerns about the loss of cultural diversity and the erosion of local traditions and identities. Globalization has also contributed to labor exploitation, particularly in industries such as manufacturing and agriculture. The growth of global supply chains has created challenges for labor rights and working conditions that has led to the exploitation and abuse of workers in many parts of the world. Globalization has also contributed to political instability, particularly in countries that are heavily dependent on exports and foreign investment. Volatility of global markets and the influence of multinational corporations on national policies have created challenges for political stability and democracy in many countries. Globalization has also created new challenges for cybersecurity and privacy, particularly in the growth of digital technologies and the Internet. The increasing interconnectedness of the world has created new vulnerabilities for cyber attacks and data breaches, and has created concerns about the protection of personal information. In summary, globalization has presented significant challenges that must be addressed to create a more sustainable and equitable global system. While the benefits of globalization cannot be denied, it is important to recognize and address the challenges in order to create a more just and prosperous world for all. Global integration is a term used to describe the process of increasing interconnectedness between different countries, economies, societies, and cultures around the world. This integration is driven by advances in communication and transportation technologies, as well as the growth of international trade, investment, and migration. At its core, global integration is about breaking down barriers between countries and crafting a more interconnected and interdependent world. This includes the removal of trade barriers, such as tariffs and quotas, the opening up of financial markets to international investment, and the development of cross-border supply chains that enable companies to produce and distribute goods and services more efficiently. One of the key drivers of global integration in recent years has been the rise of the Internet and digital communication technologies. These technologies have made it easier than ever for people around the world to communicate, collaborate, and share information. This has created new opportunities for cross-border business and innovation, as well as facilitating the spread of information and ideas across borders. In addition to economic integration, global integration includes social and cultural integration. This includes the exchange of people, ideas, and cultural practices between different countries and regions. For example, the popularity of Japanese anime and Korean pop music in the United States and Europe is a testament to the increasing cultural exchange between East and West. Overall, global integration is a complex and multifaceted process that has both advantages and challenges. While it has facilitated the spread of ideas, goods, and services around the world, it has also created new economic, social, and environmental challenges that must be addressed to ensure that the benefits of globalization are shared more equitably. One of the benefits of global integration is the ability to provide unfiltered, unbiased information. By collaborating and sharing knowledge across borders, global integration has led to new and improved products and services. Companies can now source materials and labor from around the world, resulting in lower costs and higher productivity. For example, a clothing company can source cotton from India, have the fabric manufactured in China, and have the clothing assembled in Bangladesh. This has led to increased efficiency in the production of goods and services, and has provided a source of reliable information for consumers. Additionally, global integration has led to increased cultural exchange, which has allowed people to learn about and appreciate different cultures, leading to greater tolerance and understanding. Global integration has been a key driver of economic growth and development in many countries. By opening up markets and reducing trade barriers, countries have been able to increase their exports, attract foreign investment, and create new opportunities for businesses and individuals. Global integration has also improved access to a wider range of goods and services for people around the world. This has led to improvements in living standards and the quality of life, particularly for those in developing countries. Global integration has also facilitated greater international cooperation and collaboration, particularly in areas such as science, technology, and the environment. By working together across borders, countries have been able to tackle common challenges and share knowledge and expertise. Global integration has also led to increased cultural exchange and understanding between different countries, and communities. This has helped to promote tolerance and respect for diversity and has created new opportunities for people to learn about different cultures and ways of life. Global integration has also contributed to greater political stability and peace, particularly through increased economic interdependence and cooperation. By working together on economic and political issues, countries have been able to build stronger relationships and reduce the risk of conflict. Global integration has also driven significant technological advancements and innovation, particularly in areas such as communication, transportation, and energy. This has created new opportunities for businesses and individuals and has helped to improve the efficiency and productivity of many industries. In summary, global integration has brought numerous advantages and opportunities for countries and individuals around the world. While there are certainly challenges to be addressed, it's important to recognize and build upon the benefits of global integration in order to create a more prosperous, interconnected, and sustainable world for all. However, global integration also presents challenges. The interconnectedness of national economies means that problems in one country can quickly spread to others. For example, the 2008 financial crisis in the United States had a ripple effect on economies around the world. Additionally, global integration has led to the homogenization of cultures, as Western culture has spread to other parts of the world. It's important to promote cultural diversity and ensure that local cultures are not erased by global integration. One of the key challenges of global integration is the unequal distribution of benefits. While some countries and individuals have benefited greatly from increased trade and investment, others have been left behind. This has contributed to growing inequality within and between countries and has created significant social and economic challenges. Global integration has also had significant cultural and social impacts, which can be both positive and negative. While increased cultural exchange and understanding can promote tolerance and respect for diversity, it can also lead to the erosion of traditional cultures and values. Additionally, the increased migration and movement of people across borders can create social tensions and challenges. Global integration has also raised significant environmental concerns, particularly in areas such as climate change, resource depletion, and pollution. While global cooperation and action is necessary to address these challenges, it can be difficult to coordinate action and overcome political and economic barriers. Global integration has also contributed to political instability and unrest in some countries. This can occur when economic or social changes resulting from globalization lead to dissatisfaction among certain groups, or when global economic pressures lead to political polarization and unrest. Another challenge of global integration is the potential loss of sovereignty that can occur when countries agree to international rules and regulations. While this can be necessary for effective global cooperation, it can also be a source of tension and disagreement between countries. Finally, global integration can lead to economic shocks and disruptions, particularly during times of economic crisis or downturn. These disruptions can be felt globally and can lead to significant economic and social challenges in affected countries. In summary, global integration has brought many benefits, but it's important to recognize and address the challenges and negative impacts that it can also create. By working to address these challenges and ensure that the benefits of global integration are shared more equally, we can create a more sustainable and equitable global economy for all. Democratizing the world refers to the process of increasing political and social participation, representation, and accountability in societies around the world. It's about expanding individual rights and freedoms, promoting democratic values and institutions, and empowering people to have a greater say in how their societies are governed. Democratization is a process that can take many forms, depending on the country, culture, and historical context. However, it generally involves the following key elements. Democratization often involves expanding the right to vote and increasing the representation of different groups in government and other decision-making bodies. This includes efforts to promote gender and ethnic diversity in political leadership, as well as initiatives to increase civic engagement and participation at the local level. Democratization also involves protecting individual rights and liberties, such as freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, and freedom of the press. This includes creating legal and institutional frameworks to protect these rights, as well as promoting cultural attitudes that value individual autonomy and diversity. Democratization also involves establishing legal and institutional frameworks that promote transparency, accountability, and the rule of law. This includes strengthening the independence of the judiciary, creating effective regulatory frameworks to combat corruption, and promoting open and transparent governance practices. Overall, democratizing the world is about creating a more inclusive and equitable society where everyone has a voice and a stake in the decisions that affect their lives. It's about promoting the values of freedom, equality, and justice, and empowering individuals and communities to work together to build a better future. There are many advantages to democratizing the world. One of the advantages is the ability to provide unfiltered, unbiased information. When people have a say in their government, economic system, and society, they are more likely to support policies that promote equality and fairness. Here are a few more key advantages. Democracies are generally more stable and less prone to political violence than non-democratic societies. This is because democratic institutions provide a peaceful means for people to express their grievances and seek redress of those grievances. In contrast, non-democratic regimes often rely on repression and violence to maintain their grip on power, which can lead to instability and conflict. Democracy and economic growth are closely linked. Democracies tend to have more stable and predictable economic policies, which can attract investment and foster economic growth. They also tend to have better protection of property rights, which can encourage entrepreneurship and innovation. Democracies tend to have better social outcomes, including higher levels of education, better health outcomes, and lower levels of poverty. This is because democratic societies tend to prioritize public goods and invest in social services that benefit all members of society rather than just a select few. Democracies are often more effective at addressing public problems and responding to the needs of their citizens. This is because democratic institutions provide a mechanism for citizen feedback and participation, which can help to identify problems and create more effective solutions. Democracies promote individual freedom and autonomy by protecting civil liberties, such as freedom of speech, freedom of association, and freedom of the press. This can foster a culture of innovation and creativity, as well as enabling people to live their lives according to their own values and beliefs. Overall, democratizing the world can have numerous advantages for societies around the world. By expanding political participation and representation, protecting civil rights and liberties, and promoting the rule of law and accountability, democratization can help to create a more stable, prosperous, and just world. While globalization, global integration, and democratizing the world have numerous advantages, they also present significant challenges. Here are a few recommendations for how we can address these challenges and ensure that the processes benefit everyone. Let's promote greater economic equality. One of the biggest challenges of globalization and global integration is the tendency to widen economic inequalities between and within nations. To address this, we should promote policies that support fair trade, ensure access to education and health care, and support a living wage for workers everywhere. Let's foster a culture of inclusion and respect. In a more interconnected world, it's important to foster a culture of inclusion and respect for people from different backgrounds and cultures. This means promoting cultural exchange, learning about different perspectives, and challenging stereotypes and biases. Let's support democratic institutions and practices. Democracies are more stable and less prone to conflict than autocratic regimes. We should support democratic institutions and practices, such as free and fair elections, a free press, and an independent judiciary. Let's promote individual rights and freedoms. Protecting individual rights and freedoms is essential to fostering innovation, creativity, and a vibrant civic society. This means supporting freedom of speech, assembly, and religion, as well as protecting civil rights and liberties. Finally, let's invest in sustainable development. Globalization and global integration have led to significant environmental challenges, including climate change and the depletion of natural resources. We should invest in sustainable development practices and technologies, such as renewable energy, conservation, and ecotourism, to ensure that we leave a healthy planet for future generations. By following these recommendations, we can help ensure that globalization, global integration, and the democratizing of the world continue to benefit everyone, not just a select few. In conclusion, globalization, global integration, and the democratizing of the world are complex and multifaceted processes, with both advantages and challenges. However, as we've seen in this video, the advantages of these processes are numerous and significant. Globalization has brought about increased economic growth, innovation, and cultural exchange. It has connected people across borders and helped to reduce poverty around the world. Similarly, global integration has facilitated the free flow of goods, services, and capital, creating more efficient markets and greater economic opportunities for people everywhere. Finally, democratizing the world has the potential to promote political stability, economic growth, and individual freedom. By expanding political participation and representation, societies can create more effective and accountable governance structures. By protecting civil rights and liberties, societies can foster a culture of innovation and creativity, as well as enabling people to live their lives according to their own values and beliefs. Of course, there are challenges and drawbacks in all these processes as well. It's important to acknowledge and address these challenges. We must ensure that globalization and global integration benefit all members of society, not just a select few. We must also work to address the underlying social and economic inequalities that can fuel political instability and conflict. In the end, however, I believe that the advantages of globalization, global integration, and democratization far outweigh the challenges. By working together to build a more connected, inclusive, and democratic world, we can create a future that is brighter, more prosperous, and more just for all. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video informative and thought-provoking. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and tell your friends. See you next time.